Guess what we doing today? What are you chewing on already? Oh my god. Did you find confetti from New Year's? You cannot eat that, ma'am. You cannot eat this plastic. Oh my goodness. Happy New Year, everybody. We hope you guys had an amazing New Year, an amazing Christmas, happy holidays, all the things. And for everybody that's going to be asking if we've started sending out cards yet, yes, today, any of you guys that sent us a card, the cards have started to go out, so you should be getting your cards soon. Sorry, it's a big task. It takes a long time. For those of you that are wondering when the live stream for that is going to be happening, I think it's going to be happening the third weekend of January. So not today, because there's this video, and not next week, because there's a Memphis bath video coming next week, but the week after, I think, is when we're going to be doing the live stream. Today, we're doing an update video to update you guys over here on everything that's been happening with Miss Memphis. My goodness. So, if you do not follow us on our vlog channel, which is youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs, you probably haven't seen most of this. And actually, some of it you haven't seen yet because those vlogs haven't even gone up yet. But we wanted to give you guys an update on some of the things that have been happening with Miss Memphis here. A lot of you know that we started giving Memphis the Librela injection, which is for arthritis. If you don't know, Memphis has osteoarthritis in her, so like this part. I call it her ankle. It's actually called a hawk. But like right in here, Memphis has osteoarthritis, which is bone on bone. And then she has arthritis, other places. She's older. She's almost 12 years old. It happens, right? It happens. So we talked with our vet. We did a bunch of research and we decided to give her the Librela shot. She had it twice. She had it in November and then she had it December 10th. On December 13th, we were down at the Novi Pet Expo, which don't worry, there's a recap video of that coming at some point as well. And Memphis had an episode. Now, I did a really long video on this over on the vlog channel, which I'll link below, that has a little bit more information, but I'll give you the short version today. She basically collapsed, fell into my lap. I tried to stand her up. She couldn't stand on her own. We rushed her off to the emergency vet, and they ran a whole bunch of tests, and she was diagnosed with something called ataxia. I guess diagnosed wouldn't be the right word. They said what she had was called ataxia. It was not... They said it could be signs of early vestibular disease, but that we should go to our own vet, which we did, and our own vet also agreed that it was most likely ataxia. So 3 days after we got back from the Novi Pet Expo on December 16th, the FDA actually put out a notice on the Librela shot about neurological issues, including ataxia. So we have filed with our vet, we filed with the company that makes the drug, we filed with the FDA, that Memphis had an adverse reaction to this drug. We're no longer giving it to her. Aren't you the cutest thing ever? Do you love your snoozer bed? You love it so much. So fast forward, she did really good for the rest of the expo, didn't have any more issues. We let her go back down on the floor. We did all the things. All the other dogs were great. Everything was great. And then Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve, Memphis went running for her food in the kitchen, and I still do not know how this happened, but she slipped, I guess, and fell. She kind of fell into a sitting position, which was really weird, and she just started screaming. And it was Christmas Eve, so our vet was not open. So I called our emergency vet because I didn't really know. Like, she screamed for a little bit. I could tell something hurt. We ended up we thought it was her ankle because she has osteoarthritis. We thought she probably fell and it hurt really bad and it was inflamed. We ended up doing ice and heat therapy. And then at 11 o'clock, the urgent care opened. And by 11 o'clock, Memphis, I don't want to say could barely walk. Again, I don't want to make any of this sound worse than it actually was. But basically, she could barely walk. I didn't think it was her ankle anymore at that point. I thought something else was going on. So off to the vet we went on Christmas Eve. You can see a little clip of that here. It's Christmas Eve. And we're at the vet's office. Merry Christmas Eve to us.
She's doing good.
She is moving better now than she was, which I knew would happen as soon as we came here. Because she gets that, I think dogs get adrenaline like people do. And she's happy to see everybody. You can do it. There you go. She's like, hi, Dad. It's like, you don't come to the vet with me very often. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, that face. You're super cute. Even if you are hurting, you're still super cute. Jamie came with me because we didn't want her to fall in the back of the car or have anything happen. Of course, by the time we got to the emergency vet, she's walking around and acting fine. She ended up, what happened was she pulled her, I'm never going to say this right, so we can put the word on the screen. It's like her ellipsis muscle. Somebody tell me how to pronounce that word. Basically, they said it was similar to a human pulling their groin muscle. So very, very, very painful. We weren't sure at the time if it was a pull or a tear. We did end up going to physical therapy with her 3 days later, and we pretty much determined that it is a pull, not a tear. So Memphis is on 14 days of restricted movement. I don't have this couch blocked off because Jamie was just sitting up there, but like we have this couch blocked off. We lowered our water bed so that Memphis no longer has to jump to get into bed. It is now on the floor. I slept out here on a little mattress on the floor in the living room for 5 nights with her until we did that. So no more jumping for Memphis, well, at least for a little while. But again, pulled, not torn, which is good. So we really just want to keep her, while it heals, we want to make sure she's not jumping so she doesn't tear it. So we went through that. And then the day after Christmas, we did Christmas presents. Santa Paws came. You guys saw that video of the dogs with Santa. So after they opened their presents, after we made our dinner for Christmas, after we did all the things, unfortunately, Memphis had another ataxia episode, which was exactly the same as the one she had in Novi. So basically what happens is her eyes, it's called nystagmus. Her eyes shift back and forth really fast, and she can't really walk. She can't hold herself up. Her back end mostly. Her front end still was pretty stable, but hi Kira, but her back end was not. So I did call the emergency vet because we just wanted to be sure we were doing everything we could do. They told us there really isn't anything they can do at the vet's office for it, and you kind of just have to ride it out. So Jamie and I got a towel, put it underneath her back end, walked her around because even though, hi Kira, even though she was what, am I on the floor? And now you're like, hi, Ma, you should belly scratch me because you're on the floor. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Am I getting it from this side, too? Hi. Super up close, Eleanor. I love you, too. Well, that's an interesting angle, Kira. So, anyway, we basically wrote it out. Can I please get up from the floor? Will you let me? Can I zoom out a little bit here? Here we go. Oh, my gosh, that makes you look worse. I love you. I love you too. Hi. Okay, hold on. I have to get up to finish telling the story. Quit licking the camera. Thanks for making everybody laugh. Now you're gonna annoy your sister. So basically, we ended up, like I said, we put a towel underneath her. We walked her around because even though she was going through this issue, this dog was 100% alert. We were getting ready to eat dinner when it happened. She knew there was dinner on the table. All she wanted was to be by the kitchen table. So we walked her around for a little bit because that's what she wanted to do. And then we ended up picking up our dinner because, we were more focused with Memphis. And we hid all the plates. And then we came in here and we actually laid with her right there. That was where she decided she would lay down. Of course, she couldn't pick any soft place ever. She wanted to lay on the hard floor. So we got her laid down, and then Jamie and I took turns just petting her belly. I kept covering her eyes because, like I said, her eyes were doing the shifty thing back and forth. It lasted about an hour, and the nystagmus finally slowed down. After about an hour and a half, her eyes pretty much quit shifting. After about 3 hours, she didn't have hind end weakness anymore. So she was pretty much back to normal. By the next morning, she was trotting around the backyard. I think I have a clip of her trotting around the next morning that we can insert here. Memphis, you're supposed to be walking slow, remember? Remember how we said you're supposed to slow down? I let her out and she ran, and she's not supposed to be running. Oh my goodness, you're not supposed to be doing any of that stuff. So for a quick recap, so that it makes a little bit more sense, she had her second Librela shot on December 10th. She had her first ataxic episode on December 13th. She had her second ataxic episode on December 26th, the evening of December 26th. We're hoping it doesn't happen again. We did notify our vet about the second one as well. So if it happens again, we most likely will probably do some type of neurological consult. That is what our vet has suggested. But we're kind of hoping that this is all adverse reaction to the Librela. That's what everybody seems to think it is. The emergency vet agreed, our vet agreed, everybody agrees that that is most likely what is happening with Memphis. So hopefully, because we have now stopped this injection and she's not getting any more, she won't have any more of these episodes. At least that's what we're hoping, right? That's what we're hoping, guys. That's what we're hoping. It's snowing. It's snowing. I didn't realize it was going to snow today, but it's snowing. Cool. We'll take it, right? We'll take it. So anyway, long story short, she is doing really good. Her pulled muscle does not seem to be bothering her at all. We have been doing stretches and massage and things like that the physical therapist showed us how to do to kind of help it, you know, heal faster and strengthen and things like that. She is on the Myos muscle formula supplement as well, which helps keep her muscles healthy. So even if she did pull it, because she's on some supplements to help with that, she should recover from that pretty well. And like I said, honestly, you can't even tell that she pulled a muscle anymore. She limped for a day, and that was it. Then she was back to normal again. And, you know, I really hate to scare anybody about Memphis, but this is our life. And I feel like when we do share the things that we go through with the dogs, sometimes this can help people. There may be some of you out here who have dogs that are on the Librela. Again, this is not medical advice. Please talk to your veterinarian. But if you have a dog that is on that shot currently and they're showing neurological signs, or if they're urinating too much, if there are definitely signs and things you should be looking for with that shot that even I didn't know about beforehand, do your research, because they may be having signs that they're having an adverse reaction and you may not realize that that's what it is. All medication, you guys, all medication can have side effects. No matter what, we take a risk anytime we give anything to ourselves, our animals. There can always be a side effect. But if you know what side effects to look out for, sometimes you can catch those reactions early. So Memphis will not be getting the Librela anymore. What I believe we're going to be doing, which we're going to talk to our vet about, is I believe she's going to be getting the PRP therapy again in her ankle and possibly in her back and her hips. That was a lot for a lot of things that happened in the past few days. And now I do have another announcement, so I'm going to make that announcement right now. It's the new year. Some of you may not know, but we did do a 2025 calendar for this year. They are potographed. They are still available. There's still some left. These are all the pictures that are inside. And then there is bonus photos on every page at the bottom. There's some bonus photos of the different things we did throughout the year. So if you were still looking to get a calendar, you definitely should. A couple of you have messaged me asking why there's not holes in it. Well, there's not holes in it because I did the same thing last year. When you're done with this calendar, you guys can take this apart and hang the photos on your wall if you want to. Like, look at that. That would look perfect hanging on your wall. You can frame them. You can do whatever you want with them. So I don't put holes in the calendars because of that. You know, if you want to poke a little hole in there, I feel like that's better than having a big hole punched in the calendar, especially because at the bottom they'd be poked right through there. We do have one more really fun announcement. Those of you that came and saw us at the Novi Pet Expo have already seen these. They are now available. Don't worry, these are not a limited edition thing. These are something Jamie and I are making so we can make more. There may be different versions coming out. There may be accessories. We don't know, but they're available now. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm launching these right before I go out of town. But let me show you what we're launching. You guys have been asking, and you've seen that we've been doing a lot of 3D printed dragons and other things. We finally got a design that we could work with to make 3D printed dogs. There's a Memphis, there's a Kira with her little pink nose. We got her pink nose, and an Eleanor. Now, of course, we are limited on a lot of the things we can do with these, but this is what they look like. They're pretty cute. They are going to come in a set of 3. They're on our Etsy store right now. They're so stinking cute. And again, don't feel like you have to rush and get these. I mean, we appreciate your support no matter what, but they will be available because we can just print more. So if you go and for some reason they're not there, I'm going to try to always keep them up, like listed, no matter what. But if you do go and for some reason they're not there, don't worry, the listing will become active again soon. And I guess I do have one more announcement. A lot of you are wondering when the next plushie is coming out. Eleanor's plushie is launching in February, so we'll do some updates on that in February. But there you go. There you have it. I was going to do a 2024 recap video, but maybe I still will. But for today, this is what you get. How many of you guys actually watched this all the way to the end? Comment down below and let us know, because holy cow, this feels like it was a very long video. A lot of updates. I had to update you guys on a lot of the stuff that was going on with Memphis, you know. And if you're new here, click that bell, turn on all notifications so YouTube totally won't notify you of our videos anyway. Click that bell, turn on all notifications, so hopefully you'll get notified of our new videos. And also, there is a Beacons link down below that has all of our other social media. Follow us there. You know, we have a broadcast channel on Instagram, we have a broadcast channel on Facebook, we have a Discord, we have all different places that you guys can join, make friends with other people in our audience, in our community, stay connected with us, and find out about all the new things that we're doing. 2025 is going to be a good year. I know it. It is. We're going to manifest this, and it's going to be a good year. All right, you guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Can I give you a boop? Here, I got to get you some tear staining stuff to get that tear stain out of your eye. Can you get a boop? Can we boop it? Boop. Thanks for that. Bye, buddy.